Hi guys, Big Mix Models UK. Back with a little update on the airbrushes that I did a review on not so long back, which was the side fill, which is this one. I'll just bring you down onto that. Turn this over, not get as much glare coming up. Which is this airbrush. Focus, focus, focus. Take that away, put it that way. There we go. It was a cheap airbrush off eBay. Purpose of clear coat. Watched Chris and Alex modelling, and they used to use one of these, and Chris used to leave this full, or with the clearing all the time, and I took a tip off that. And basically all I do is I take this cup off when I've finished clearing, put my side cup on, give it a blow through, then this cup goes back on, and it stays like that permanently. I've used it for quite a few models now. The Batman, I used it for the Typhoon. I've used it for various and numerous clear coating, and not a problem. I think it was £7 or £9.99 this one, I'm not sure. It was only cheap and works just as good as my Harder and Steenback, but I don't have to put this through my Harder and Steenback anymore because I bought this specifically for the job. So on eBay, cheapest chips, doesn't look anything. It's not a branded name. It's not a £100 airbrush. It's less than a tenner, and that does all my clearing. Every bit of clear I put through, whether it be clear for Future, Vallejo gloss, Vallejo matte, whatever I put through to shoot as a clear goes through this. No blockages, no splatters. Lovely wide spread. I think it's got a 0.3 or 0.4 needle in it. Does a perfect job. That's number one. The second airbrush I bought was this one. Very similar again. Again, another cheapie off eBay. It's not chrome, it's just cheap and cheerful. See how clean it is. It cleans up lovely and no problem. And this is for my fine lines. Basically, so if I haven't got to keep using the same airbrush and putting my Harder and Steenback through everything, I can pick this up, bang a little bit of colour in there, I've done my panel lines from my pre-shading. I can put that back. I can go in for my top coat, on with my Harder and Steenback, top coat, let that go off, pick up my other cheapie, and bang down the clear. So I've got brushes for each individual job that I do. I am looking at picking a few more up, just the cheap ones, because I don't know whether you can get spares for these. I think what you come with is what you get because of the price. I'm not sure if you can get spares for these cheap and cheerfuls. Someone please let me know. Chris and Alex, if you watch this, if you can let me know, because I know you bought that many airbrushes since I've been on YouTube the past year or so. I think you could have started your own shop, but yeah, if anybody out there knows whether you can get spares for these cheap and cheerfuls, let me know, and it might be worth just picking a set of bushes and a spare needle up just in case you need them. Other than that, there's not a lot more to talk about, other than you don't get a quick release connection, so you will have to buy some quick release connections if you haven't got any spare ones, just so you can pop it straight over from different airline to different airline. But yeah, I've had no problem with this one. This has sprayed so much black paint, it's unreal. For panel lines, pre-shading, you name it, I think this airbrush has gone through it. But as I say, it's a cheap airbrush. If it lasts me a year for £10, I'm quite happy to go and chuck it in the bin. You know, obviously salvage the bits off it that you could salvage off it, i.e. like the trigger. If you've got another airbrush, you could save this chuck. The actual needle holder, the end cap, you know, it's relatively I call these disposables at the moment because, like I said, I don't get parts. But if you can, please let me know, and I'll be happy to purchase some and let you guys know what the spares are like, and if they're as good as when you've replaced any spares, if the airbrush works as well with the spares, or if it affects the mechanics and the running of the airbrush. So, anyway, that's a little bit of chat about the airbrushes. One thing I've been using to clean my airbrushes, I used to use my Homebrew, but I was finding I was still getting sticky needle. I was getting little bits of paint residue left at the bottom. So I tried Ultimate Airbrush Cleaner. That is the fella. And this stuff is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You get it from E-Models. Yeah, okay, it's not the cheapest brand on the market. For 270ml, I think it's £5 something with postage on top. But this stuff is awesome. Couple of drops in your airbrush after you've finished, blow it back, empty it out. I do it twice and then I blow it through, and I've had no problems at all with any of my airbrushes since using this Ultimate Airbrush Cleaner. It does smell IPA-ish. It's not got, it's flammable, so that tells you it's got something like that in. But it's got nothing on the actual bottle to say what sort of stuff's in it now. I don't know whether that's law, you know, you don't have to, but I thought that you had to, if it was a chemical such as airbrush cleaner, it had to state sort of what was in it, because if anybody drank it or anything, they'd have to know, you know, what to treat you for. Although anybody that drinks it really, they don't need treating. They need, I don't know, but it's just a thought. But that's not a dig at the company. As I say, this stuff is brilliant. If you haven't tried it, try it. it moves everything to me. Vallejo, AK, MiG. What else? It does all my these kind of paints. It removes everything I've put through my airbrush that has been acrylic based. This stuff has shifted it. If I'm using oils, I've got a Winsor & Newton distilled turpentine. It's a strong thinner for brush cleaning, dilutes, blah blah blah. 500ml, I think it was about £11. That's the one I use when I'm doing my oils. If that's gonna Winsor & Newton. Sorry about the light today, it's a bit funny, the light is. But I don't put that through my airbrush, that was just letting you guys know. But yeah, ultimate airbrush cleaner, brilliant. The two airbrushes that I reviewed earlier in separate videos, working perfect, can't fault them. £7 to £10 each. Brilliant. I'm just about to go on eBay now, look for some more. So any of you guys out there can tell me if we can get space for those. I'm gonna have a look on eBay now. But drop me a line, drop me a message. Thanks a lot, guys. Catch you soon. Bye bye for now.